Hey, Shalom. Check the audio. Hey, we good. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, before we start this lesson, I'm going to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect that out there diligently pushing His word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so as you can see in the title of the lesson, Civil War is brewing in the UK. All right, because if you haven't been paying attention across the world, man, there's a protest going on for the sake of somebody. There was a stabbing. All right, somebody got hurt at what I believe to be a Taylor Swift concert, and now they're trying to blame it on the influx of migrants that are coming in through their country. Okay, and they just trying to spin the block, put the blame on somebody. All right, because ultimately, the goal here is to get everybody riled up. Okay, getting everybody riled up to the point where now people are trying to take matters into their own hands. Okay, and that's going to lead to total anarchy. All right, chaos out here or in the streets. All right, this is taking place over there in the UK. However, it's not too far-fetched to anticipate or expect something like that to come here to America. All right, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. Okay, so I do want to play a video, but before I get to the video, because the video just kind of gives you a general idea of what's going on over there, but I want to read this article from Natural News. All right, teenage son of Rwandan migrants responsible for recent UK stabbing spree that killed 3 children. All right, so you can go in there and read it, but I'm gonna hit a couple points and then I want to get to the point. All right, it says the 17-year-old boy responsible for the deaths of 3 young children and injuries of 9 others in a Taylor Swift themed dance class. All right, so it was a dance class, Lucky. Is a son of Rwandan immigrants. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Rwanda is somewhere in Africa. Okay. It says the stabbing occurred at Hart Studio in Southport in northwest England on July 29th. The teen entered into the workshop and attacked attendees indiscriminately, which resulted in the death of 3 children. BB King, age of 6, LC. Stackholm, 7, and Alice De Silva Aguirre, 9, ages 9. Okay, so all well under the age of their adolescence, or that's like in their teenage years. Okay, it says 8 others were injured and 5 of them in critical condition, as well as 2 teachers who tried protecting their younger victims. Okay, now obviously, this is probably been set up. Okay, set up by these elites. Okay, hiring or what I guess internationally, I don't know what the CIA's equivalent, but I'm quite sure that somebody is in the workings of hiring this individual to go and do such a thing to bring forth this chaos. Okay, all they need is a reason. All right, to come down on you people, man. All right, and this being one. So as a result of that, what they started to do was, people started to protest, and what was, allegedly a, quiet, peaceful protest turned into a all-out brawl. Okay, and riots. Saw a video earlier today of, so-called black men getting jumped. Okay, by some right-wing extremists over there in the UK. Okay, and You know, this is just the tip of the iceberg, man. Okay, we're going to see a lot more greater things in terms of, you know, events, okay, that's going to cause a lot of tension. All right, and we just witnessed what happened, you know, earlier or last month with the whole Sonia Macy situation. Now, you didn't see much protests and riots there, but you know, hey, it's just brewing, man. You know, things are brewing, okay? And the fact that we're witnessing all these things, it's no coincidence that the Lord is putting a certain spirit in the earth, man. You know, the Lord is putting a certain spirit on the earth, and we're seeing the effects of that. Okay, people, you know, now granted, people have been killing each other for, you know, however long, you know, existence. Okay, but how rampant it has become, you know, quite bizarre, man. You know, and it's only going to intensify, and it's only going to get worse. You know, as prophesied in the scriptures. You know, pursuant to Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble. Okay, but this is more of a reason for these devils and Esau, okay, to try to come down on Jake, man. All right, and the fact that he's Rwandan, all right, so-called, well, he is a Hamite, possibly, and we don't know, but he's you know, from Hamite land. You know, they're going to try to tie him into, you know, us as a whole, as in terms of quote unquote black people. All right. So it says the peaceful vigil for victims turned into a violent protest on July 30th. Hundreds of people gathered in Southport, outside of the Atkinson Theater, to hold a peaceful vigil and mourn for the stabbing victims. It says mourners left and animals stuffed, blah blah blah. Right. Let's read on. Jump down. It says, however, the incident sparked violent protests outside a mosque in northwest England, a location near Hartspace. Police clashed with demonstrators, some in masks, who hurled bottles and stones at officers and set a police van in a blaze. Additionally, firecrackers, explosions, sirens, wailing, and helicopter hovering overhead contributed to the chaos. Okay, so, you know, only adding fuel to the fire, man. It says protesters pelted objects at officers in riot gear and shields while chanting "No surrender" and English till I die. Some officers even suffered minor injuries, including one with a broken nose, while vans were damaged by fire and rocks. Okay, now this is all based off of one individual. Okay, bringing violence. Okay. Into an establishment, killing three kids, okay, you know, and the fact that this person has such a big effect, you know, it just says what kind of spirit is in the earth, man. Real quick, I want to get, because it's triggered this precept to come to mind. This is I think you already know where I'm going with this. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 39 and verse 28. And it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Now, who was the one who created the spirit for that one individual, that 17-year-old, to go in and commit such an act? All right, that was the spirit. That was the Lord. The Lord created the spirit and ordered the spirit, all right, to take root, to take hold of that man, and for him to do it. Okay, ultimately, because the goal was for this to happen at the end of the day. All right, the spirit was sent upon that individual. He went and did what he did in that dance studio. Okay, and those children received their judgment, whether it was from, you know, their former lives or however many lives ago. You know, and look at the outcome. Okay, look at the outcome of what it turned out to be. You know, because the spirit in the earth is all due to the Lord, man. Right? Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the point there. You know, that was pretty much the point. But let me keep going back into that article. Okay? It says, there has been so much speculation and hypothesis around the status of a 17-year-old male who is currently in police custody, and some individuals are using this to bring violence and disorder to our streets. It says we have already said that that the person arrested was born in the UK, and speculation helps nobody at this time. Okay, you know, so that's exactly what's coming, man. That's exactly what the whole motive was, man. It's to bring violence to the streets, all right? Which essentially is a matter of prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, the scriptures becoming made manifest. All right, vengeance is being created on the earth. Spirits like vengeance. I just read it, Salakia. It be spirits that be created for vengeance, okay, that lay on sore strokes and appease the wrath of him that made him. So, hey, this is all the workings and the inner workings of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, bringing forth his wrath and his judgment on the world, okay? And that spirit is soon about to take hold of Babylon, okay? It's just a matter of time. It's just that all it takes is one event. All right, all it's going to take is one, crisis, okay? They say, what's the saying? Never waste a good crisis, or don't let a good crisis go to waste, or something along those lines, okay? Because in doing so, it's going to bring forth their main agenda, okay, which is total control, eventually forcing everybody to be tracked in the form of a C-hip, in the form of the MOTB, okay, going into Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, now this let me show you the video that I was referring to earlier. Okay, bear with me. So there you see it, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I heard somebody chanting out Allah Akbar or something like that in the background. But as you saw, it says tensions rise in UK, Muslim Defense League and British Patriots and Antifa face off. It says British police try to separate them. Happening today, August 4th, is civil war coming to UK. Can we blame on leftist liberals, politicians, Antifa, and royal mass immigration? Okay, here's another one. That's pretty much that. But hey, it's just going to show that hey, these people have no regard. Okay, for now they're powers that be, they're law enforcers. Okay, and that is also prophecy pursuant to let's just go ahead and get it. Second Esdras. This is Second Esdras, chapter 15, and let me start at verse 14, and it reads, "Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein, And when you go into that word woe, it goes into to the destruction, okay, which the Lord is going to destroy this place, you know, starting from the inside out, okay, because there is a moral rot, okay, a moral decay of this place, okay. I know it doesn't, it reads in the NLT, but it says that in Proverbs chapter 28. Yeah, let me see. Let me get it real quick. Bear with me. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 28 in the NLT and verse 2, and it reads, "When there is moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily, but wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability." You see? So when there is a moral rot within a nation, right, its government is topples easily, and we're seeing the government, okay, we're seeing these politicians, these leaders, these lawmakers, okay, and their system failing. All right. So let's get back to 2 Ezra 15, in verse 15. "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh," and as you saw in the video, in the little clip, all right, you know, the destruction is drawing nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, now this is only the forefront, this is only the beginning, okay, but I do want to shine some light on an article that I had read earlier from I can't remember what site I got it on, but bear with me because I'm gonna find it, Lord willing. Well, pretty much goes into how this new administration, the Kamala, if she pretty much gets in office, then she's coming for the Second Amendment. You know, she's coming for that Second Amendment, and you know these right-wing extremists, okay, these Trumpers, all right, these this, you know, super hyper conservatives, you know, they're not gonna go for it, right? They're not gonna go for it. So the result of that is probably more than likely going to be a war, in you know, in that aspect, right? So as you can see in people's voice, right, it says Kamala Harris vows to scrap Second Amendment. I'm coming for your guns. You see? So before she even gets a chance to be able to do something like that, all right, they're gonna arm themselves, man. You know, they're gonna arm up. All right, they have already got militias. They've already got, you know, groups, okay, already banned by a brotherhood, okay, and that brotherhood goes into, you know, keeping America the way that it was, right? You know, the band of the brotherhood of you know, keeping America, quote unquote, pure, all right, you know, the KKK, you know, and just that's just one amongst many other groups, okay? So they've already got clans, they've already got groups. It's just a matter of when they try to exercise these laws, okay, they're not gonna go for it, man. All right. So going back to 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the powers, and it's like, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." See, the course of their action shall stand in their own power. In other words, the power is going to be given unto their own hands, man. Okay, and they're going to do what's necessary to you know, to claim what's theirs, man, which is their rights. Okay, and they're coming down on their rights, you know. And it says, let's keep going. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and every man shall be afraid. Okay, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for the great tribulation. All right. And also over there in the UK, I also came across another article that there is a food shortage, man. People starving out there in the UK. Inflation, prices are, going through the roof. That ties in perfectly with Revelation 6:6. Okay. How a day's wages, you will, get a loaf of bread for a day's wages. You know what I mean? Piece of bread gonna cost you, depending on how much you make, anywhere from, $100 to $200, depending. I know out here in California, that's probably gonna be more on the higher end, but that's the times we're coming in. But this is all that was written, man. This is what the Lord warned us of. Okay, this is what Yahweh Shai warned us of when he was here on the earth. Okay. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, because these things have to take place first. Okay, the wars, the rumors of wars, the rumors of civil war about to break out, in various places around the world. Okay. Actual combat wars that are taking place over there in the Levant region, over there in the Middle East. Okay. There's also talk about how Israel might strike Iran. These are all those rumors that we're hearing about, that what we're hearing about that's written. Okay. But it says the end is not yet. And why is it not yet? Because we are still waiting for certain prophecies to take place. Okay. Such as the implantable sea hip, man. The thing that's going to be going in people's hands or even in their heads. Okay. Right. It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And that's talking about the elect. Okay, the elect are going to be hated of all nations for his name's sake. Okay, for glorifying and exalting the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, having faith and trusting in him. Ultimately, going back to, us being the chosen people, man. Even just being us being the chosen people, okay, they're still going to try to come down with that wrath upon us. Jake don't even got to do anything, and we're still going to be hated. That's why it says back in the book of Revelation, okay, Revelation, the 12th chapter, around the pretty much chapter Revelation 12 and 12 on down, goes into how how the dragon was wroth with the woman, was wroth with the woman, and that woman is going into Jerusalem, Yasha Allah. Okay, Israel. All right. And pretty much the Lord is gonna look out for us, man. But it says in the last verse, it says, and the dragon was wroth, Revelation 12 and 17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You see, so they're gonna come down with that wrath, man. Either way it goes. All right. But the Lord is going to preserve his elect, man. Okay? Let's get Isaiah chapter 10. Go ahead and wrap it up. This is Isaiah chapter 10, because this is what's ultimately going to come down. The Lord is going to allow these devils to get a hold of Jake, man. 1/3 of our people who have neglected the will of the Lord. Okay? Neglected his ways, man. All right? They're going to have to answer for it. All right? And the Lord is going to allow these devils to come through on them. All right, this is Isaiah 10 and 5. It reads, O Assyrian, Salaki, hold on. Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 10 and 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Right? It says, I will send him against an hypocritical nation. Who's that hypocritical nation? That hypocritical nation is Israel, man. It says, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. Yep. So he's going to allow these devils to tread our people down like mire in the streets, like mud on the streets, man. Okay? Like scum, like shit. Right? And that's why it goes in 1 Peter 4, goes into how, the judgment's going to start at the house of the Most High. Okay? So ultimately it comes full circle, man. All these things that are taking place is ultimately for the judgment to come, Jacob's trouble, right? And so for the deliverance, the destruction, okay? First the deliverance, okay, will happen before the destruction, and then the destruction, the ICBM thermonuclear missiles that are going to touch down in Babylon the Great, okay? Pursuant to Isaiah, the 9th chapter, Malachi, the 4th chapter, 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, all right? So on and so forth. See? So, that was pretty much it. That was on my spirit that I wanted to touch base on. Okay, Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, everywhere well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Until next time, Shalom.